Can you give an example of like how you would teach somebody to improve empathy?
Yeah, there's actually like trainings that have been tested and shown to enhance empathy. So I'll give you two of them. The first is it's called an affect dyad. So the idea is you have two people, you're sitting together face to face, and one person starts by telling the story of something that happened to them in the last like day or two, something emotional, something that was impactful for them. It could be good or bad. It doesn't really matter, but it should be substantial, right? And the other person's job is to do absolutely nothing but listen. They just look at the person, they listen intently, they do not interrupt, they don't even have to respond like with like cues or anything. They're just listening, and they're working hard to really embody the emotions of what the person is describing. And the person describing should be as descriptive as possible. Oh, I felt like this in this moment, and then I started to wonder if this was happening. And you as the listener are just listening. And then you switch. And so that exercise, as you can imagine, is supportive of building empathy, because you are literally just for a few minutes doing nothing but practicing empathy. It's like you're doing bicep curls, but for the brain areas that drive empathy. And then another example of a practice that you can try is called a loving kindness meditation. And this one's great because it's a meditation. You could literally you can go to YouTube right now and Google loving kindness meditation and find one. And the concept is that you imagine a person, and that person can be a stranger, that can be a close friend, it could be a sibling. It's usually easiest to start with someone you really care about. And all you're doing is you're imagining extending feelings of love and kindness, loving kindness meditation, to this person. You are just sending them warmth, you are sending them care, and you're just relishing that feeling of wanting the best for someone and hoping that they're doing well. And then what you can do is, let's say the first time you did it with your mom. Super easy to do. You love your mom, you have a great relationship. Okay, now what about you try your sister, who you don't really get along with as well? You get there, you get to the point of being able to do it. Okay, now what about trying your neighbor, who you've never actually talked to, but what you have noticed about them is that they are of a different religious faith and that they are of a different political party. They've, someone who you normally would not extend this kind of feeling to, you practice that. And with time, you may be able to strengthen the ability to overcome our brain's urges to discount the empathy we experience for people who are different or people who we don't particularly like. And there's a study that looked at those two tasks along with a few other tasks, and they found that at the end of the trial, I think it was 90 days of doing this daily, the people not only experienced greater empathy and compassion, but they also had literally thickened certain parts of the brain that are associated with empathy. They had literally built new neural hardware to allow them to perform these actions. And that's pretty powerful. And